Shoot. Okay. I didn't know it was going to take all of this. Game time. Let me try to figure this out. Let me try to see if I can do this and do that and get the card and do this and love her more and balance all this. Women, we meet you and we're like, our idea and our fairy tale is you are Prince Charming, honey. And then we try to get you to fit Prince Charming. And the more you don't fit it, the more y'all end up in my office going, but he doesn't do this. Well, has he ever did it? No, but I always just thought my husband would. Your husband or this man? So are you getting to know who you with? Or are you making this man fit this fairy tale ideology that doesn't even exist anyways?
Now, to all them women that was over here talking about some she ate when it came to Cam Newton and Nick Cannon, where was y'all at when this clip came out? Why come ain't none of y'all play this clip? Why come this clip ain't go viral? Don't worry, I'll wait.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Ron, back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So this clip has been making the rounds on Facebook, and I guess part of the reason why is because she was getting such a positive reaction from women. And you know what's funny? It was some women that were over here saying, yeah, well, she was holding women accountable too. I'm like, right, but why is it that didn't none of those clips go viral? Why come I didn't see any women posting any of that shit? Because all y'all bitter ass single mamas, bitter ass baby mamas was solely focused on these men that are having all these kids by multiple women, instead of holding the multiple women accountable for choosing, because it's their choice whether they have the baby or not. Because ain't that the reason why y'all fought so hard for Roe v. and Wade? But before I go on the side tangent, man, let me quit wasting y'all time, man. Let's go ahead and get into the rest of this clip.
Shoot. Okay. I didn't know it was going to take all of this. Game time. Let me try to figure this out. Let me try to see if I can do this and do that and get the card and do this and love her more and balance all this. Women, we meet you and we're like, our idea and our fairy tale is you are Prince Charming, honey. And then we try to get you to fit Prince Charming. And the more you don't fit it, the more y'all end up in my office going, but he doesn't do this. Well, has he ever did it? No, but I always just thought my husband would. Your husband or this man? So are you getting to know who you with? Or are you making this man fit this fairy tale ideology that doesn't even exist anyways? And so women come and lead with fit this, or you have no value. Men come in and go, all right, I'm here and I'm going to learn how to be the best I can for you. And then women do what? You're taking too long. You're not getting there because you haven't fit the box of the fairy tale. So for me, it's helped me break down what all of my clients know. Y'all know I call it the fairy tale ideology. And I'm not exaggerating, Cam. I want to say 100%, but I'm going to go 99.9% of women who come in my office, I'm having to work on breaking their fairy tale ideology.
Imagine that. This is the same woman that women were rallying behind over Cam Newton and Nick Cannon over having all these babies. Meanwhile, look what she over here saying about y'all. Basically the same shit men in these spaces been saying about y'all. But y'all was real quiet and hush-hush about this part of the fucking interview. I wonder why. This is exactly what I'm talking about when I keep saying this men are tired of this conversation and this responsibility and this accountability and all this shit being one-sided. And clearly it's still one-sided because women were, I mean, good God, you would have thought she was the second coming of a female Kevin Samuels. The way these women were rallying behind her. Y'all ain't none of them say anything about this part though. Yeah, because where's the lie in what she's saying? Because she's not the only female dating coach that's gone through this. That's why I find it hilarious. But let's keep it moving.
Of their husband. And hold on, let me say this. To his defense, they almost always have an amazing husband. But because his amazingness doesn't fit her idea of amazing, guess what? He ain't shit. Shoot. Okay.
And imagine that, man. And then this is exactly what I be talking about when I said these women need to quit chasing perfection, man. Because chasing perfection, you only gonna end up in disappointment. You only gonna end up in disappointment because perfection. I'm like, there's no such thing as the perfect person. Now, there might be. Now, is there such thing as a perfect fit? Yeah. Because that's what I preach. I think people should look for people that fit into their life, pick up where they're lack, you know, the yin to your yang, especially the yin and yang, because I've been spending a lot of time in Asian countries, so I'm like really like digging the culture. But I genuinely believe that. And I kind of grew up seeing that in the house because my mom was the breadwinner, but both of them brought their money together, and you know, I grew up going out of town and on trips and all the time. I had a really good upbringing, so it's like, and my dad was not perfect. He was not a six-figure earner. He wasn't paying all of the bills, but he made up. He made it up. He made up for it in other ways, and that's what I'm saying. Let's continue.
I'm gonna start it off with a heavy one. Women initiate divorce over 70% of the time. What's the biggest reason for this?
We going stats or my opinion?
Your opinion. Just opinion based.
I don't like opinion, perspective.
Okay, I like that. That's fair.
My perspective, I don't think a lot of people be knowing who they're married. I think a lot of folk don't really do the work to get to know themselves, and they go off what society says they're supposed to have in a relationship. So it's like you get the dude that meets the check marks on paper, and you the woman that meet the check marks on paper, but as individuals, y'all don't got nothing to do with one another. And you can only hide that for so many years before it starts to become a problem that you can't work around. So I think some people may scapegoat that to money, but you knew you wasn't dating nobody with you knew you was dating somebody with no drive. Some people scapegoated the infidelity. You knew you was dating a hoe, you know what I'm saying? And you proceeded to marry him anyway. So I think a lot of folks just don't know who they be with.
All
You
right.
don't need my mic.
I like how
we got
you
Trip
said,
here.
when you said hoe, you said him. So you was calling him a hoe. I like that.
We be horn. He knows
Keita
how to do it.
Rose.
He's a vet.
Trip,
No, I didn't like that at the end because men can't be hoes. Men run through hoes. Yeah, I know people don't like that saying, but come on now. In order for a man to be a hoe, he has to be able to get access to women. If women are giving him access, then what does that make the woman? You know, I guess you could say it's kind of like the which came first, the chicken or the egg kind of conversation. But let's be real, man. Like, sex doesn't happen without women's consent. Sex doesn't happen unless women allow it to happen. So we need to quit like trying to put men and women on the same level when it comes to sex. You can't sit over here and say, oh, men, we be hoeing too, when we don't control access to sex the same. We don't control access to sex. So if a man is being a hoe, then damn it, that just means a lot of women want him. I'm like, however, if a lot of men want to have sex with a woman, women aren't really like goo guying over that, because women know it's easy for them to get sex. That's why I find it so funny that the whole body count thing and, you know, just the whole sexual liberation conversation is like even a thing, because it's like you can't put male and females as equals when it comes to sex when only one gender controls access to it. That's why I look at that the way I do. But I don't understand why it's so hard for other people to pick up on that. But let's keep it moving.
The good on paper guy is like, he's smart, cute, great job, tons of friends, close with his family, has a great work balance with his personal life.
He's everything you want in
He's
a
the
guy.
loudest in the room. He's like the guy that is the one you're like, holy shit, I could see marrying this guy. Like, he is the full package. A lot of women interact with that guy, from like my experience, from my friend's experience, even your experience sometimes. But then you're sort of sitting there like, but why am I not feeling it? Like, on paper, he's perfect. Like, he's everything I think I want.
Yeah.
But like, what is the thing that's not making me throw my heart into it?
Yeah.
I found this relationship advisor, Christina Steinnorth, and she says, quote, if he doesn't have an audience, he feels he needs to impress. And if you're, quote, good on paper yourself, he may actually be only interested in you because you help further his cause by making him look better to others.
Good on paper guys choose women that are good on paper as well to further themselves.
Well, I think it kind of goes both ways. Sometimes you are with the good on paper guy because you guys look good to the public together for other people's perception.
Yeah.
And now she's saying sometimes when you feel like the guy isn't giving you everything, he could also just be using you because it makes him look better. Like, the good on paper guy knows that he has it all and he wants the girl to like fit into that equation.
Nah, I just think when it comes to that, it's different for men and women because, like you said, when a man has it all, he's just trying to find a woman to fit into her equation. Whereas when it comes to a woman, if she has it all, she's looking for a man that has equal or more. You know, this is just another case of hypergamy going wrong for successful women. I mean, it's unfortunate, but that's the reality. Like, at the end of the day, man, it's just like men and women value different things in one another, and I think we just need to get to a place where we recognize that again, especially on the women's side, because what the women are starting to do is you're starting to see them kind of get disgruntled because they're finally starting to understand that men don't really care about their jobs or how much money they make, especially when all on social media we're seeing is how men should be providers and paying for everything. Well, if that's the message and if that's the mentality of the women, then why the fuck should we care about your job or how much you make? Y'all are the ones over here literally screening people, pocket watching men on Pop the Balloon shows and disqualifying them just because they don't make six figures. But you want me to care about what you do for a living or how much you make. See how that don't add up? Let's continue.
Well, why does it have to be settling? Why can't they just accept it? Settling, because when y'all say settling, y'all are like there's something that's just so much better that you're not getting, and so you're having to settle for the worst, and that's all you can get.
It's not that it's worse, but I do think that sometimes it's settling because most women, that's not the true heart of most women.
See, so women, so y'all, this should be a reality check for you. You're not settling. That's just that is what is best and available for you. So this whole notion that there's always something better, this is why relationships and marriages end the way they do.
I find it incredible how women will be in their late 20s or 30s and not have any sense of urgency to find a man. And here's the other thing too. We know this for a fact. Women derive most of their pleasure being around other people and family, not from a career, not from money, etc. Would you give up your career right now for your kids if you needed to?
Yeah.
You would, right?
Yeah.
But you would not give up your kids for your career.
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't give up your kids for your career. You would,
right.
But you would absolutely give up your career for your kids.
Yeah.
See? So this is a woman that's a very successful entrepreneur. Yep. She still puts her kids over the business.
And I'll be honest with you, I was in an 8-year relationship. We got engaged, and when I got pregnant with my 2-year-old, he got another woman pregnant. That's why I called off the engagement.
Oh shit.
But being in the dating pool and seeing what's out there, he still wants to go through and get married, even with that baby. I was having a hard time accepting that baby, but seeing what's out here in the dating world, I literally have had this conversation with myself, and I'm like, I might as well just go back to my baby dad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to take what you can get, man.
I am in complete agreement with what you guys are saying tonight because I'm speaking from experience.
Yeah.
Like, there's
We're not just talking shit, right?
No,
We're not just talking shit.
You're 100% correct.
And here's the thing: you got an older woman here confirming what I'm telling y'all, and I'm telling you how men really think.
Yep, so the fuck.
And it's like, and then the girls are looking at me like, that's not true, blah blah blah. Like literally, yo, if you're in your mid-20s or above, like 27 older, and you don't have like a serious boyfriend, and you actually want to have a family and have kids, and you're still single, like that's fucking panic time.
Yeah, Kevin Sam used to call it danger zone. Hey, that was one of my favorite sound bites, man. I've always considered getting it, but I'm like, I think that's one of those sound bites that maybe we should just let him have that. Oh man, let's continue.
3 kids, you've never been married. You're not a prize. Then I got to thinking, that's why she don't like Kevin Samuels. It was just hot girl summers, when they were hot. And during the summers, they spent their time out going through men. And now they find themselves in a place where nothing is good enough. You know why? Because they've had just about all of it.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
3.
Yo, damn, man. Shout out to the security boss. I believe that's the name of her channel. But I'm like, but this clip came from Facebook. But I believe the name of her channel is Security Boss. I recognize her. Man, she hit the nail on the head with that one. And you know what? This goes back to the pair bonding and the body count conversation. Sometimes I wonder if this is one of the reasons why women have such a hard time with that. Because especially now when it's so easy to have access to all these different men, I wonder if that's the reason why a lot of them have a hard time finding one that they want to lock in with. Because let me tell you something, because to be honest with you guys, I'm even starting to notice this overseas too. There was one woman in particular that I met that I'm cool with. She's a Filipina, but I met her and her friend when I was in Bali. This woman kept talking about how like I wouldn't mind having a man that's like this, but you know what, I wouldn't mind if he did this. I've had a man like this and I've had a man like that and yada yada yada. But she's sitting over here as fine as she is, and she's a Filipina, so you know the perception of Filipino women. They're known for being wives, even though this woman in particular, she's more westernized than anything. But that's the perception. And when I tell you it was the complete opposite of the perception, I was like, yeah. I'm like, and then I started thinking, I'm like, yeah, but that's because you've had so many different men. I'm like, you don't got a clue what the hell you want now. So there's definitely some truth to that. Let me know what y'all think about this, man. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that's with the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.